Senator Barry Goldwater, a former Air Force general who also served as chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, would presumably have the power and the clearance to see anything in the military's arsenal. But when Goldwater asked to see the so-called Blue Room, where UFO material is supposedly stored, during a visit to Wright-Patterson Air Base in Ohio, he was told by General Curtis LeMay that it was none of his business.
But I think that at Wright-Patterson Field, if you could get into certain places, you'd find out what the Air Force and the government knows about UFOs. Reportedly, a spaceship landed. It was all hushed up, quieted, and nobody have never heard about much of it. I called Curtis LeMay and I said, General, I know we have a room at Wright-Patterson where you put all this secret stuff. Could I go in there? I've never heard him get mad, but he got madder than hell at me.
And he should never ask again. Former Nevada Senator Howard Cannon is one of Goldwater's closest friends and says he and Goldwater discussed UFOs and the Blue Room several times.
What Barry wanted to do is get in and find out what did they have. What could they say when you say he was turned down? I'm sure that had I gone to them and said I'd like to go in there, what's the useful purpose? You know, we couldn't come out and talk about that sort of thing and say, well, here's what we saw. First place, somebody would say we were lying, and it would serve no useful purpose, I think. Well, they've kept some pretty good secrets over a period of time, and so I'd have to say that I'd have to believe that secrets like that could be kept.
Getting copies of government UFO documents can also be a daunting task, in spite of the Freedom of Information Act. Simply put, if the government doesn't want you to see a file, you won't.
General Accounting Office is looking into the July 1947 crash retrieval of a disc and alien beings that occurred in July of 1947. Congressman Schiff from New Mexico has been asking the General Accounting Office to investigate the crash because there's been a big cover-up about it for many years.
Congressman Stephen Schiff of New Mexico tried to retrieve records pertaining to the Roswell incident. That was the beginning.
I thought this would be a very routine matter, that I would request from the Defense Department their records. They would provide me what they could. I'd give it to the constituents who asked for it, and that would be the end of it. Unfortunately, this has been anything but routine so far. We've had 3 different explanations from the military about what crashed. The first explanation is it was a flying disc, meaning flying saucer in today's terminology. They changed that and said, we made a mistake. It wasn't a flying disc, it was a weather balloon. I still find it amazing that the United States top bomber wing, with the only wing that was eligible to carry nuclear weapons at that particular time, would not know a weather balloon from a flying saucer.